I've been vocal that I think that what Kushner did crossed the line of ethics.
President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is taking fire for his business dealings with Saudi Arabia. Kushner reportedly received a $2 billion investment from the Saudis just 6 months after Trump left office. Throughout his term, Trump charged Kushner with handling his Middle East policy and to spearhead the Abraham Accords, which led 4 Arab states to reconcile with Israel.
He was put in to run a huge portfolio in a government where he had no experience. Running foreign policy in the Middle East peace process, no experience. What does he do first? He becomes best buddies with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia.
Kushner and Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman fostered a close connection throughout Trump's presidency. Beginning in 2017, Kushner met with the prince, reportedly against the advice of Trump's National Security Council. Within a month, Kushner convinced Trump to travel to Saudi Arabia for the first foreign destination of his presidency, an important and symbolic gesture. In 2018, one of the prince's critics, Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi, was murdered by Saudi assassins. While the CIA claimed the prince gave the go-ahead for the operation, Trump denied the prince's involvement and continued arms sales with the Saudis.
He has the Crown Prince in the White House dining room. He does all that. And what happens the minute Trump leaves office? He starts for the first time a private equity fund. He goes over and asks the Crown Prince for $2 billion.
The deal with Kushner's brand new private equity firm, Affinity Fund, was scrutinized heavily by the Sovereign Wealth Fund Committee for Saudi Arabia. After reviewing the deal, the committee decided it was a really bad idea, especially the $25 million in yearly management fees. But the Crown Prince stepped in and overruled them. Chris Christie has been the most vocal critic of this supposed diplomatic financial backscratching.
Jared Kushner and Ivanka Kushner walk out of the White House and months later get $2 billion from the Saudis? $2 billion from the Saudis. You think it's because he's some kind of investing genius? Or do you think it's because he was sitting next to the President of the United States for 4 years doing favors for the Saudis?
But Chris Christie may have an axe to grind with Kushner. Steve Bannon told Christie it was Jared Kushner who had him fired from Trump's cabinet, allegedly over a deep-seated beef that goes back to 2004. As U.S. Attorney, Christie prosecuted Jared's father, Charles Kushner, who would spend 14 months in prison for tax fraud and retaliating against a cooperating witness, his own sister.
If a guy hires a prostitute to seduce his brother-in-law and videotapes it and then sends the videotape to his sister to attempt to intimidate her from testifying before a grand jury, do I really need any more justification than that? I mean, it's one of the most loathsome, disgusting crimes that I prosecuted when I was U.S. Attorney.
House Oversight Chairman James Comer is among other Republicans condemning Kushner's dealing as unethical, but he was quick to qualify his assertion.
But what Christie said, it happened after he left office. Still no excuse, Jake, but it happened after he left office. And Jared Kushner actually has a legitimate business.
Though many on Capitol Hill are calling for an investigation, no law or rules constrain the investment activities of former administration officials after leaving the White House. Zach Peterson, One American News.